Hey everyone, Bricknut here. In this video we're going to be looking at those building sets I got from Lidl's very recently, as I briefly showed in my last video. And I decided to do this because after I built them I was pleasantly surprised by, well, how not garbage they were. They've got a few flaws which I will go through later, but before I get stuck into this, I just want to ask all of my viewers out there what you thought of this cheaper, you know, alternative to Lego. Because I know there's a lot of fellow AFOLs out there that absolutely dislike anything that's not Lego. I'm going to say I don't dislike it, but it's definitely not going to replace Lego. Nothing's going to replace Lego for me. I mean, this cheaper stuff will never be as good as Lego. Primarily because Lego puts a lot more effort into designing their bricks, their instructions, their box art, their sticker sheets. You know, Lego just puts so much time and effort into making it almost perfect. I mean, you could always pick at a tiny thing with Lego sets, but I find generally Lego does a very good job with their sets. But because sets like this are cheaper, there's always a reason why it's cheaper. So I'm going to start with its flaws first, its negatives, which I really can't think of that many. But the first one is their sticker sheets. You do get a nice amount of stickers if you like stickers. It's if you hate stickers, then you're going to hate these. Because these are a nightmare to peel off of this packing sheet. And they're very, very thin. Definitely nowhere near as good as Lego stickers. Seriously, I don't think I'll complain about Lego stickers ever again after using these. These go with the police lorry that's over here, but the reason I haven't put as many on is because, well, I was building this at some stupid o'clock time in the morning. I think I started at about 3 o'clock and finished it at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I was just getting tired by then and went to bed. That's why I haven't used those, but they are a pain to peel off. And the other issue, which I found was more related to these little sets, because these came in the poly bags as a single vehicle. The instructions, they were a nightmare to read for this one, the race car, and even the little van here, the fire engine. Oh, I do make mistakes when I'm reading Lego instructions, but nowhere near as many mistakes as I made reading instructions for these vehicles. It wasn't as bad for the police station or the ice cream parlour. And you've probably noticed already that when I showed these in my last video, I didn't have the ice cream parlour. That's because I went back into Lidl's, having a look at this stuff, and found the ice cream parlour. I didn't notice it the first time. And I just thought that was quite a nice looking build, so I grabbed that as well. So they're the two main negatives. There's a couple of design negatives with the bricks, well, mainly with the people. I don't like how the people look. I don't like that either. Just doesn't look as nice to me. I mean, it does its job, it's not too loose. In the past, again, I've had cheap sets like this where these legs are just all loose and floppy and you can't do anything with them. They're annoying. But I'll give credit there as well. They have actually designed the bricks pretty well, so it does work well. Clutch power, sorry, is good. As in, if I just get this and, you know, I can throw it around, roll it across the floor. It's not falling a bit, it's still whole. So clutch power and the build quality is actually good for these. That's a thumbs up from me. That's one of the main things I look for if any of these budget brands, we'll call them, interest me. I mean, I'm not going to replace Lego, and I probably won't put these in my Lego town. Actually, I might put this one in because I do like it. But, and maybe that fire engine, because I do like that as well. I'm going to have to retrace the instructions for this one because it looks like there's something missing on the back there. I don't know if I've forgotten something or if something's fallen off. Anyway, the other bit of credit I'll give this is that its original ideas. It's the one thing I didn't like about Leppen was the fact that they directly copied Lego sets and sold them cheaper. At least with this stuff, they've designed their own vehicles, their own buildings, designed their own figures, you know. Granted, there's a few things here that they've, like some of the elements are the same as Lego, but I'm not sure that Lego can copyright or trademark the shapes of their elements or the colours. I'm not sure that if that is possible or not. I know they could probably trademark their figures, minifigures. I don't know how the system works. Because there's a bit of a mix with these sets, you know, they've got the type of elements that Lego have, shapes. But they've also got their own stuff as well, their own elements, which I like these fence elements here on the police station and the ice cream parlour. That's their own brick design. And I've actually noticed there's a couple of parts like this. For this police van, I've actually used this old Lego element, the old roof element. Don't think Lego still use that these days. I've not seen it. But, yeah, I'm not sure what or how Lego would go about copyrighting or trademarking anything. Because I'm pretty certain they couldn't trademark a generic shape like a rectangle or a square. But I'm not so sure about, you know, things that Lego have designed themselves, like this roof plate, which is exactly like other Lego. No, I'm not sure if Lego could trademark a shape like that. You know, something they have designed. Not a generic shape like a triangle or a wheel. But to be honest, if I stuck a set of grey wheels or white wheels on this from Lego, do you think you'd be able to tell the difference? Obviously you can with the orange wheels on, because Lego do not do the orange wheels. So that would be a giveaway. But Lego do orange grills, and I'm not sure if they do these cheese wedges in the 1x2. But I know they do orange in 1x1. Mind you, the little figure I've got in there might give it away as well, if you got really close up and saw the figure. That's where a design flaw with these figures come in as well. Because of the way the legs go on, the hip area is a little bit, literally a smidge wider than a lot of the seating areas on these vehicles, so it's extremely hard to get these to fit in. You have to forgive that. I've got the bedroom window open. And I'm close to a main road. I also thought at first they, you know, stole the design of the Lego dog, but they haven't. That's their own design. Look at that. Even designed their own little dog. I've got 2 of these. There's one in a kennel in the back of the police station. Bounce well. The other thing I liked, which is one of the reasons I bought the ice cream parlour, is that they've got their own bicycles as well. They don't look as nice as the Lego ones though, do they? But you can turn the front wheel. When you get the set, you actually have to put the forks and the handlebars in this bike. Can be a bit fiddly, but I just like the fact that it steers. It just, to me, it gives you more options for posability. So you may see these sneak into my Lego City. I might actually do that one day without telling anyone, just to see if anyone picks up on it. Just to see if anyone out there has a real keen eye to detail. Yeah, but other than the flaws I've mentioned, I can't think of anything else, to be honest. I mean, anything that moves, or should move, you know, open and close, like this helicopter rotor, it works as it should, you know. It's all, I don't feel like that's going to fall off. In fact, some of these elements might actually be a bit too tight to put together, because by the end of it, on some of the, especially these larger sets, my fingertips are actually hurting, because some of the elements were quite tight to push together. Not necessarily a bad thing, because it does mean it's going to stay together, it's not going to fall to bits, but it does hurt your fingers after a while. Oh, I forgot to mention this as well. I've seriously got some butterfingers at the minute. Ah! That's what's fallen off the back. The bumper fell off. There we go. But they've actually designed their own brick separator as well. That front bit, this bit, you can tell it's just like the ones from Lego, the orange ones. And they've actually just designed their own handle, basically. And made it a nice shade of blue. It's a bit more flimsy, I think, than the ones from Lego. I've never actually flexed the ones from Lego, so I'm going to have to double check that. But I have used these and they do work. So I might end up using these if it's close at hand when I'm tinkering with the real Lego. But panic ye not. I don't intend to put any of this in the town. I wouldn't mind the ice cream parlour on the beach, although that is rather large, to be honest. So I think I'll have to make one out of Lego parts and shrink it. But for now, I need to find somewhere to perhaps just sit this lot on display, because there's a lot of interesting elements that I wouldn't mind actually using in a Lego mock in the future. I think that's it for this video. I don't want to ramble on too much about it. I think just from these sets alone though, there was 20 figures, because that came with 5. That came with 4. The fire engine itself came with 3. Yeah, it was 3. But I can't remember which firefighters. It was this dude. Actually, I think it was the female one. And one of these dudes. But I can't remember which one. Because one came with the little van as well. Yeah, so I'm going to end the video here, guys. So thanks a lot for watching. Hope you like this video. Don't expect many more of these videos, because it's very rare that I'll buy any of this stuff. This just, it caught my eye because I did like the look of a bunch of these vehicles. So I thought I'd just give it a whirl. You know, it's not perfect, but it's okay for what it is. I actually haven't figured out what this is for yet. Oh yeah, I have. Ha! It's a sliding catwalk to get to the helipad, look. I wondered what that was at first. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.